Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, Shloka 5, by His Grace Sundar Gopāl Prabhu. Please repeat. Uddare Atmanam Natmanam Avasadayet Atmaiva hi Atmano Bandhur Atmaiva Ripuratmanaha. Synonyms. Uddharet, one must deliver. Atmana, by the mind. Atmanam, the conditioned soul. Na, never. Atmanam, the conditioned soul. Avasadayet, put into degradation. Atma, mind. Eva, certainly. He, indeed. Atmanaha, of the conditioned soul. Bandhuhu, friend. Atma, mind. Eva, certainly. Ripuhu, enemy. Atmanaha, of the conditioned soul. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace S. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. A man must elevate himself by his own mind, not degrade himself. The mind is the friend of the conditioned soul and his enemy as well. Please repeat. A man must elevate himself by his own mind, not degrade himself. The mind is the friend of the conditioned soul and his enemy as well. The word Atma denotes body, mind and soul depending upon different circumstances. In the yoga system, the mind and the conditioned soul are especially important. Since the mind is the central point of yoga practice, Atma refers here to the mind. The purpose of the yoga system is to control the mind and to draw it away from attachments to sense objects. It is stressed herein that the mind must be so trained that it can deliver the conditioned soul from the mire of nations. In material existence, one is subjected to the influence of the mind and the senses. In fact, the pure soul is entangled in the material world because of the mind's ego, which desires to lord it over material nature. Therefore, the mind should be trained so that it will not be attracted by the glitter of material nature. And in this way, the conditioned soul may be saved. One should not degrade oneself by attraction to sense objects. The more one is attracted by sense objects, the more one becomes entangled in material existence. The best way to disentangle oneself is to always engage the mind in Krishna consciousness. The word he is used for emphasizing this point, that is, that one must do this. It is also said, Manareva Manushyanam Karanam Bhandha Mokshaya Bhandaya Vishaya Sango Muktai Nirvishayam Manaha. For man, mind is the cause of bondage and mind is the cause of liberation. Mind absorbed in sense objects is the cause of bondage and mind detached from the sense objects is the cause of liberation. Therefore, the mind which is always engaged in Krishna consciousness is the cause of supreme liberation. Finished.
So, you can see by this verse that the mind plays a crucial role. We have got two kinds of bodies. Do you know we have two bodies? One is gross and the other one is subtle. So the gross body, it has got 5 elements. Who knows? Anyone? I like to ask the new people. So anyone knows what is the gross body? Can you go? Hello? 7. So in the Gita here, you see, we have got 2 bodies. Chad?
Bhumirapanalu vayu Kammano buddhireva cha ahankara iti yamme bhinna prakritirastada.
So here you see we have two kinds of bodies: earth, water, fire, air, ether, and mind, intelligence, and false ego. Altogether, this constitutes my separated material energies. So earth, water, fire, air, ether, they are the gross body. You can see, right? And you can what? You can see tangible. But the mind, intelligence, and false ego, they are the subtle body that you cannot see. Can you see your mind? Not possible. Can you see your intelligence? Not possible. And of course, you cannot see your ego. So these are the two bodies that we have, subtle and gross. Okay, so together, this whole body is going on. So the soul, we are actually the soul. We are sitting in the heart together with the super soul, that is the Lord, in the region of the heart. And this whole gross and subtle body, we are covered by that. So now, Krishna is saying in this verse today that the mind is the cause of us going from body to body. Can you go stand to 42? So in another place in the Srimad Bhagavatam, this is spoken by who that husband of Devaki. Huh? Who's the husband of Devaki?
Is the husband of Devaki, Vasudeva.
Vasudeva. So Vasudev is speaking here to Kamsa and he's saying this.
Sri Shukadeva Goswami said, after thus offering praise to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, the Transcendence, all the demigods with Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva before them returned to
This
their
verse 10:142.
10 form. Yeah.
Yeah.
At the time of death, according to the thinking, feeling, and willing of the mind, which is involved in fruitive activities, one receives a particular body. In other words, the body develops according to the activities of the mind. Changes of body are due to the flickering of the mind, for otherwise, the soul could remain in its original spiritual body.
You see how? So it says here, can you go back to the top of it? No, just go up. At the time of death, according to the thinking, feeling, and willing of the mind, which is involved in fruitive activity, one receives a particular body. You understand what does that mean? Huh? So Krishna explained this point in another place, 8.5. So in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying this. Go to 8.6. See here, it says, Krishna is saying, Yam yam vapi smaran bhavan tejam te kalevaram tam tam evaiti kauntaya sadatad bhava bhavita. So what he's saying, whatever stage of being one remembers when he quits his body, or son of Kunti, that stage you will attain without fail. So when Vyasadeva is saying that because of the mind, you're going to different bodies. So Krishna is explaining here at the point of death, whatever you think, suppose you're thinking of your dear wife, or similarly, our wife is thinking of husband, whatever. So you will get that body. Or in our case there, Bharat Maharaj, he was thinking of a deer at the time of death. and he ended up as a deer. So see how the mind is so powerful. Yes, it conditions us to the next body. That's why here Krishna is saying that you should try to upgrade with the help of the mind. You should not try to degrade yourself. That's why in the next verse, 6:6, it says that the mind can be one's best friend or the mind can be the worst enemy. You see here? Can you go to the same translation? For him who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. But for one who has failed to so, his mind will remain his greatest enemy. You understand? If you use your mind not thinking of God, then the mind, what? Will bring you to another body? Yes. But if you think of the Lord, then yes, your mind becomes your best friend and it promotes you to the spiritual world. You understand? So this mind is very important, what? Element. It predetermines your next birth. So to make your mind your enemy means you are not going to be God conscious. You are going to be materialistically implicated, and then you're going to develop a lot of material qualities. You follow? So the material qualities is explained. What are these qualities that you acquire? 5, 6, what? 5, 6, 5. 5, 6, 5. You see here, the mind, if you don't control, these are all the bad qualities you will get.
The mind is the root cause of lust, anger, pride, greed, lamentation, illusion, and fear. Combined, these constitute bondage to fruitive activity. What learned man would put faith in the mind?
See that? So if you don't purify your mind, then your mind will be the root cause of all this. Lust, anger, pride, greed, lamentation, illusion, and fear. Well, yes? I don't think you want to live like that, would you? Correct? And in fact, Kṛṣṇa says in another place, 16:21, Bhagavad Gita, he says, can I go translation?
There are 3 gates leading to this hell: lust, anger, and greed. Every sane man should give these up, for they lead to the degradation of the soul.
So this is what happens if you keep yourself or your mind focused on lust, anger, greed, envy. So it leads you to where? Where? Nice place. Hello? Think. You understand? So in other words, if you keep yourself as your mind as an enemy, then it leads you to you understand? Are you following? What happens if you go to hell? What happens? I just see Yamaraj and I come back. Yeah? Is that so simple? Hello? What is that? What happens when you go to hell? You have to pay a heavy price. There are 27 gates there, correct? And according to whatever you have done, you will go through all the punishments. Then you can read about it. But I don't believe all these things, all this nonsense. Huh? Whether you believe or you don't believe, you put your hand on fire, will it burn you?
Yes.
Because you didn't believe your fire won't burn you? Huh? Hello? Yes? Think. Huh? So therefore, it's no question of belief. Because these are all activities managed by the Lord. Just the term hell. How do you know exists or not? Huh? Because the Lord says. The Lord saying here, there are three gates going to this. Yeah? I mean, He is the creator of what? Everything. Yes? Correct? So if He says it's there, you mean to say it's not there. Huh? Correct? So we have to think, understand. There's three ways. One person will learn by hearing. One person will hear and then go through the experience, and he will learn. And one person, he will never learn. He will go through everything. So accordingly, an intelligent person will learn by,
Hearing.
oh, this is what will happen. No, I shouldn't do this. Yes, that's intelligence. Because he gets what? Knowledge. You follow? And you see how important the mind is. The mind can what? An uncontrolled mind can become a vicious enemy. Because if you go to hell, doesn't mean that you come back, you go there, you suffer, and then you come back, you start from the lowest species. Never. 4:30:34. You see, these things are not some matter that you can take lightly, because you're going to die, I'm going to die, everybody is going to die. For one who has taken birth, that is certain. And one who has died, birth is also certain. You follow? Huh?
Even a moment's association with a
I
pure
don't
devotee.
think so. This is the for sorry 3:30:34. Yeah, you read.
Having gone through all the miserable, hellish conditions and having passed in a regular order through the lowest forms of animal life prior to human birth, and having thus been purged of his sins, one is reborn again as a human being on this earth.
You see that? After going to hell, you're going to come back and you're going to start again from the lowest. What is the lowest?
Fish.
Huh? How many species of fish are there?
9 lakhs.
You don't know. You don't know, right? You see how much you studied, you don't know this basic thing. Huh? You see how this knowledge. Huh? Can you go? We'll show you this breakdown. These are information in our scripture. No scientists know this thing. No biological department can figure this out. There are 900,000 forms of life in the water. How many?
And
So when you start from the lowest, 900,000 species finish, then you go to the next one. What is that? Huh? Trees. Huh? Trees. After you finish 2 million species of these trees, then you go to the next one. What is that?
there are 1.
Insects and reptiles, 1.1 million. And when you finish that, then you go and become some bird for 1 million species. And when you finish that, then you go 3 million quadruples. And when you finish that, you come to the human 400,000 species. Hello? This is very nice. Huh? Very nice. Yes? Very good, Prabhu. Every time I change dress. One day crocodile, one day snake. Yes? This is information from the Shastra. You follow? So it's going to be a very painful situation if you don't control your mind. If you don't control your... And in fact, Krishna is saying, among things that are difficult to control is the mind. Doesn't think that you can just easily control your mind. Krishna is saying,
This one,
where?
634 hours.
The mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, and very strong. Oh, Krishna. And to subdue it, I think, is more difficult than controlling the wind. The very fact that we are sitting here is because we fail to control the mind. Is it not? Because we're taking this body. Why did we take this body? Because, yes, you follow. Well, this is explained also in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15, text 8, 9, 10. Is it that?
Yes.
How does this work?
Yeah.
See here.
The living entity in the material world carries his different conceptions of life from one body to another, as the air carries aromas. Thus, he takes one kind of body and again quits it to take another.
Next verse.
The living entity, thus taking another gross body, obtains a certain type of ear, eye, tongue, nose, and sense of touch, which are grouped about the mind. He thus enjoys a particular set of sense objects. The foolish cannot understand how a living entity can quit his body, nor can they understand what sort of body he enjoys under the spell of the modes of nature. But one whose eyes are trained in knowledge can see all this.
The foolish cannot understand this. The what? The foolish. So whether you want to become a fool or you want to be intelligent. You understand? Because this mind is what carries us to the next body. You understand this? And it's not so easy to control this mind like this Arjuna said. Chanchala manahe Kṛṣṇa, paramati balavadridam. It's not possible. In fact, Krishna also said, 11:16:11. Krishna also said the same thing. Among difficult things to control, I'm the mind. Right?
Among things,
among subtle things, I'm the spirit soul, and of things that are difficult to conquer, I'm the mind. So you don't think that you have something lightweight. Something? No. And the mind, if it is not controlled, it's going to create so much problem for us. 11:13, 9, I think. 11:39 is Sans translation.
the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "My dear Uddhava, a person bereft of intelligence first falsely identifies himself with the material body and mind, and when such false knowledge arises within one's consciousness, material passion, the cause of great suffering, pervades the mind, which by nature is situated in goodness. Then the mind, contaminated by passion, becomes absorbed in making and changing many plans for material advancement. Thus, by constantly thinking of the modes of material nature, a foolish person is afflicted with unbearable material desires.
Right? Yes. You understand? You see how it is explained. How you think? You all agree you have a difficulty with the mind? No, Prabhu, I'm all right. My mind is the best. Yeah. Huh? Hello? Tell me. Yes or no? Very difficult. So Krishna is giving the condition. 7:14. Krishna is saying this. Chant.
Daivahi esha gunamayi
Dadiyesa gunamayi.
mama maya duratyaya
Mama maya turatyaya.
mam yevaye prapadyante
Mameve prapadyante.
mayam yetam taranti te.
Mayametam tarantite.
This divine energy of mind, consisting of the three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it.
Say, if you have surrendered to Krishna, only Krishna, yes, then you can cross over. If you don't surrender to Krishna, then it's not possible for you to control your mind. That's not possible. Are you following? Huh? And that is if you want to control your mind. No, come on, I want to be free for all. Do whatever I like. Huh? I already explained. If you don't control your mind, what will happen? Where you go? And after that, what happened? Huh? Huh? You follow? Uncontrolled mind causes so many problems. So many?
Problems.
You know the words? Huh? 11:23:47. Very good. Take it out.
All the senses have been under the control of the mind since time immemorial, and the mind himself never comes under the sway of any other. He is stronger than the strongest, and his godlike power is fearsome. Therefore, anyone who can bring the mind under control becomes the master of all the senses.
See that? It is this what? Very powerful. Yeah? Very powerful. You understand? And because of this mind, you're getting so many problems. Yes? Huh? Next verse.
Failing to conquer this irrepressible enemy, the mind, whose urges are intolerable and who torments the heart, many people are completely bewildered and create useless quarrel with others. Thus, they conclude that other people are either their friends, their enemies, or parties indifferent to them.
Is that? Yes? Quarreling, huh? Fighting. Huh? Hello? Now you know why you're quarreling. Huh? Why? What? That's why even Prahlad told his father. 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
Huh? Prahlad told his father. You see what he said?
Prahlad Maharaja continued, "My dear father, please give up your demonic mentality. Do not discriminate in your heart between enemies and friends. Make your mind equipoised towards everyone. Except for the uncontrolled and misguided mind, there is no enemy within this world. When one sees everyone on the platform of equality, one then comes to the position of worshipping the Lord perfectly."
That there's no enemy, there's no friend. It is only because of the,
Uncontrolled.
I don't know which school teach you all this thing. You have learned this thing in your IIT? Where? Kharagpur IIT.
Mumbai.
No. Bombay IIT. Yeah? Nonsense schools, you know. And you know how you are suffering and you don't have the knowledge. Yes? Yes? Hello? Yes?
Yes.
You understand? So the root cause of all this is the, and you don't even know. You think that he is my enemy, he is this guy is a rascal. Always. Yes? Correct? Understand? And they go further, those who are passionate. He is my enemy, I will kill him. He's my they are the consciousness. Polluted consciousness. You follow? The only way to control this mind, 5, 11, 17. Hey, see this.
Yeah.
It says here.
This uncontrolled mind is the greatest enemy of the living entity.
Uncontrolled mind is the greatest enemy of the
Living entity.
ah,
If one neglects it or gives it a chance, it will grow more and more powerful and will become victorious. Although it is not factual, it is very strong. It covers the constitutional position of the soul. O king, please try to conquer this mind by the weapon of service to the lotus feet of the spiritual master and of the supreme personality of Godhead. Do this with great care.
is that to conquer this mind, you have surrendered to the spiritual master and to
Supreme Person.
you cannot do it by any other means. It is not possible. It is not. And so if you don't surrender to the spiritual master and Krishna, that means where are you going to go?
Hell.
Where? Hello? Where? Mustafa. Where are you going to go? Hello? Where? I just go home, bro. Go home. Yeah. Tell me. I'm not here just talking some nonsense. I'm giving you clues. I'm giving you what? Clues. What is your problem? Based on what God is saying. Who is saying? Huh? Don't you think this is a very important information? Huh?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Huh? You understand? So although the mind is very difficult to control, and you only can do it if you surrender to the spiritual master and Krishna. But the point is this, that this very mind can also become purified. 6:16:24. You can make it your friend. How you make it your friend? Surrender to Guru and Krishna, and they will teach you how to go, how to get purified. Yes. So this iron, this example is given here, as iron has the power to burn when made red hot in association of fire. So the body, senses, living force, mind, and intelligence, although merely lumps of matter, can function in their activities when infused with a particle of consciousness by the Supreme Personality of God. As iron cannot burn unless heated by fire, the bodily senses cannot act unless favored by the Supreme Command. That means that this mind, you make it a friend. How you make it a friend? By what? Connecting it to the Lord. So if you connect your mind to God, Krishna especially, then this mind will work like iron heated up by fire. So when the iron is heated up by fire, it doesn't act like iron anymore, it's fire. So this mind, when it comes in contact with Krishna by chanting his name, especially chanting his
Holy
name, then you purify the mind. And the mind will become spiritual rather than
material.
You understand? Just like the example is given, iron, yes. So you need now to spiritualize the
Mind.
You understand this point? Yes. You follow? And this spiritual, actually, many people ask this crazy question. Show me God, show me God. Yeah? Correct? So the only way to show you God is to connect you subtly with the mind. Only through the mind you can actually get connected to God. You understand? You follow? Not with your intelligence, because intelligence you have to get from God, Krishna. False ego you have to get from ego. But the mind, with the mind, you understand? You can feel the Lord. 11, 12, 17. See here. So this is all information how to get to connect with Krishna, God.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "My dear Uddhava, the Supreme Lord gives life to every living being and is situated within the heart along with the life, air, and primal sound vibration. The Lord can be perceived in his subtle form within the heart by one's mind. Since the Lord controls the minds of everyone, even great demigods like Lord Shiva. The Supreme Lord also assumes a gross form as the various sounds of the Vedas, composed of short and long vowels and consonants of different intonations."
So you see there, you go back. The Lord can be perceived in a subtle form within the heart along with the life air and primal sound vibration.
No.
The Lord can be perceived in a subtle form within the heart by one's mind. You understand that point? Hello? Are you understanding? So you all know that God is sitting in our heart. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hridesha arjuna tishtati. I am seated in the heart of everybody. So how to see God? Yeah, this is the way. Hello? Where are you going? Go back. So Krishna is speaking here to Uddhava. Krishna is saying, you can perceive me sitting in your heart. By what? Through the mind. And that's why the word mantra. Everybody knows the word mantra. Yes? What is the meaning of this word mantra? What is the meaning? That I don't know, Prabhu. I only know the word mantra. Yeah? Man means mind. And tra means trayate, release. So a mantra releases the mind from the material engagement or attachment, whatever. So when you chant the mantra, the mind is what? Connecting you to who? By sound. By what? Just now, hello, go back there. What are you doing? Just go back to that verse again, 12, 11, 12, 17. See that the Lord can be perceived in a subtle form within the heart or by one's mind. So you can actually feel God. You can actually, and if you go on chanting, you will see Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sadeva Hadayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Sham Sundaram Achintya Gunaswarupam Govindamadi Purusham Maham Bhajam. 48, I think. So in this verse, Lord Brahma is saying, this devotee, they are seeing the Lord in the heart. Yam Sam Sundaram Achintya Guna Swarupam. This is spoken by Lord Brahma. So devotees are seeing how you see. Hello? How do you see? By chanting mantras. That's why chanting is so important. In fact, in Kali Yuga, there's no other way. There's only one way. That is one. Chant. And chanting mantra, any mantra you can pick up from your YouTube channel or whatever. No? Prabhu, I like this mantra. Very nice. No such thing. A mantra can only be potent if you receive it from the spiritual master. Ye sampradaya vina te mantra nispalaha. If your mantra don't come from the authorized sampradaya, then the mantra is nisfal. Nisfal means what? Doesn't work. It doesn't. Try to understand. Understand, you cannot do all this thing by speculation. It's not work. It will not work. Understand this point. So therefore, to help us, the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came 500 years ago to give us this special mantra. For Kali Yuga, this is only one mantra. What is that mantra?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare.
Yes. This is called the Maha Mantra. Among mantras, this is the what? Yes, mantra. Hare Nama, Hare Nama. You see this verse 6, 11, 12. You cannot try to do this with your own speculation. It will not work. Bottom right below. Everyone can chant this verse. Very important, this verse. Hare Nama, Hare Nama. Hare Nama, Eva Kevalam.
Hare Nama Eva Kevalam.
Kalau Nasteva Nasteva.
Kalau Nasteva Nasteva.
Nasteva Gatiranyataha.
Nasteva Gatiranyadaha. In this age of quarrel.
Everybody read, please. Can you read one line? They all can repeat. This must go into your head. Hello.
In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is chanting the holy name of the Lord. There is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way.
So what do you say? Prabhu, I have another way. What is the other way? What? Understand? There's no other way. There's no other than chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Hare.
So when you start chanting Hare Krishna, 2012, the mind, which is so contaminated, it gets what? Purified. See here. Chant.
Cheto darpanamarjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam shreyakairava chandrika vitaranam vidyavadu jivanam anandambudhi vardhanam pratipadam purnamruta swadanam sarvatma snapanam param vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Let there be all victory for the chanting of the holy name of Lord Krishna, which can cleanse the mirror of the heart and stop the miseries of the blazing fire of material existence. That chanting is the waxing moon that spreads the white lotus of good fortune for all living entities. It is the life and soul of all education. The chanting of the holy name of Krishna expands the blissful ocean of transcendental life. It gives a cooling effect to everyone and enables one to taste full nectar at every step.
See this chanting? It will what?
Cleans.
Clean the heart. What is the heart now having? Lust, anger, greed, envy, illusion, madness. Yes? So this is why the chanting is stressed. You chant Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
You see how important it is, the chanting of the holy name. Yes? Yes? How many of you are chanting? Now, how many not chanting? Easier. Nobody's hands up. That means everyone's chanting. Oh, only one honest man. So actually we have to start chanting. We have to what? So please take it up seriously. Unless you want to go to see someone else, I don't know. Huh? Yes. In fact, Yamaraj is said, Yamaraj has said, you see, 6:3:29. You see what he says. This is spoken by Yamaraj, not by me. No, I'm not trying to frighten you. See? Yamaraj is saying.
My dear servants, please bring to me only those sinful persons who do not use their tongues to chant the holy name and qualities of Krishna, whose hearts do not remember the lotus feet of Krishna even once, and whose heads do not bow down even once before Lord Krishna. Send me those who do not perform their duties towards Vishnu, which are the only duties in human life. Please bring me all such fools and rascals.
This is spoken by Yamaraj. So if you got something against chanting, good luck. Good what? Yes. Your choice, not mine. Whose choice? Free for all. Wow. Hindu religion is very good religion. You can do whatever you like. You can do what? Huh? You can do what? Whatever you like. Yatamat tatampat. Anything can go. Yes. So go and meet Yamaraj. Huh? Hello? You want to meet him? You don't want. Right? But he says here, my dear servant, please bring me only those sinful persons who do not use their tongue to chant the holy name of Krishna. So why not do this important thing? Open the mouth and what? Say what?
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
How much you will benefit. In fact, Krishna says in 6:119 that those who chant, they will not see Yamaraj even in dreams. If you chant, you will not see him even in dreams. How you are protected? Yes.
Although not having fully realized Krishna, persons who have even once surrendered completely unto his lotus feet and who have become attracted to his name, form, qualities, and pastimes are completely freed from all sinful reactions. For they have thus accepted the true method of atonement. Even in dreams, such surrendered souls do not see Yamaras or his order carriers, who are equipped with ropes to bind the sinful.
Even in dreams, such surrendered souls do not see Yamaraj. So, what do you think? Hello? Everybody is silent. Of course, it is silent means acceptance. You accept, correct? Yes? No. No, Prabhu, I want to argue and fight. Okay, you can try and argue with Yamaraj. No problem? Yes? At the time of death, you will be passing stool and urine if you don't surrender to Krishna. There are people you can see, ask the nurses. Who is the nurse here? You are a nurse? The nurses will know. When people are dying, their bed is wet. Yes? Yeah? The nurse is giving the testimony. Why they are passing stool and urine? Why? Because they're seeing Emerald. So fearful. You understand? Yeah? This is not some joke. It is not some what? Huh? So why don't we become safe? Why not we become what? Safe. Chant. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare.
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Especially if you can remember the Lord, the time of death, then you are going back to God. It's finished. Antakale, smaranam mam eva. You see? The time of death. Antakale means at the time of death. You remember me.
Antakale cha mam eva smaran muktva kalevaram
Smaran muktva kalaivaram.
yah prayati samadbhavam
Ya priyati satmat bhavam.
yati nasti atra samshaya.
Yati nasti atra. You see the word here. Hello. Yati nasti atra samsaya. Samsaya means what?
Doubt.
Krishna said na samsaya means no. If you remember Krishna, you are going back to him without any
Doubt.
Maybe could be no. No what? No doubts. Is it? Translation.
And whoever at the end of his life quits his body, remembering me alone at once, attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt.
No doubts. Huh? There's no what? So you decide. This is something you have to decide. Whether you want to take it up seriously or you want to mess around. Yes? Yes? Your choice. That's why our Hindu religion is so nice, Prabhu. Do whatever you like. Do what? Freedom of choice. Whatever you like, you do. Yes?
No.
No. Yes or no? Think. Correct? Or you want to mess around. Krishna also know how to mess you around, boy. He knows what? How to mess you around. Yeah, I'm so big man, Prabhu. I'm PR here. No, I don't need to go and chant your holy name and all this thing. What? What? Yes? I'm PR, Prabhu. Certified. Huh? Yes? Try talking to Yamaraj about that, your PR or whatever. Huh? What? Try. Bring to me all these fools and rascals who don't chant the
Holy name.
You understand? So if you are a fool, then yes, go ahead and do whatever you like. If you want to save yourself, quickly go. Take the mala. If the mala is there, you see the mala, he's got the mala. Show him. This mala, yes. Purchase this. Hardly any cost. Yes. And every morning you wake up, what do? Chant. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram.
This will save you from the greatest
Danger.
A little effort will save you from the. So you think, right? I think I'm getting late already. Any questions? Anything? I made my point. I think I made my point. Is it clear? Yeah. So you have any questions on this? I have no questions. Then we will get ready for the Arati. Then we have Prasadam. Huh? Ram Navami is coming.
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday is Ram Navami, huh?
Yes.
So please try to chant, bring more people and chant. You help so many friends you have, correct? You can teach them this thing and make their life successful. Or you want, you can forward this class. This class is recorded,
YouTube.
right?
Yeah.
Your friends, you can show them, at least save them. Yes,
Yes.
compassion, to help them. No, many people don't know. Yes. All right. Try. Those who don't have the mala, you can purchase the mala.
Gita.
And of course, you should buy the Bhagavad Gita and read. That is knowledge of all this are coming from the Gita only. Yes. Ah, I just spoke on certain subjects, but it got many other information. So take advantage. This is not anybody's culture, but it's your culture and religion. Yes. You don't know your religion, then how? Big trouble. Yes. So take advantage. Thank you very much. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki. All glory to Prabhu.
Yeah.